Hello and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washuk.
And I am Garrett Loberg.
And this is Movie Lowdown for the week of November 5th, 2018.
Not so spooky anymore.
No, we lost the spook.
I miss spooky, scary skeletons already.
I know.
I sadly listen to it every morning.
Oh, really?
No, but
now we have to look forward to his turkey, you know?
it's a turkey skeleton.
Yes! Alright, ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. First up, we've finally got a pretty big story on this one.
Yeah.
A lot of good news today for Disney. Disney is going to be releasing a streaming service, which is officially called now Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So with this, it comes with a lot of the news is that when they drop this in 2019, they're going to have about 3,000 episodes of shows.
Oh, 7,000.
7,000?
Yeah.
And it was about, 500 movies?
500 movies.
Yeah, that are going to be able to be watched on there. Now, you got to remember that Disney's got a lot of movies in their archive to begin with.
True.
So probably about, I would say maybe 150 movies are going to be movies that we've already seen before, but probably haven't been able to watch on a streaming service before because they have lost the rights to put all those things on different streaming services.
Well, also, I don't think they've had many of their, Disney Vault, I guess they would call it, movies out there. I mean, they had, I think, I don't think they even had Tarzan streaming.
No. I mean, maybe once in a while.
They had Hercules, I know, I've seen it on Netflix.
There's
Pocahontas,
quite a few
just a
shows.
few here and there, but not all of them. Lady and the Tramp, or Aristocrats.
And those are small ones, so you'll see a lot of bigger ones. You'll be able to watch Aladdin on this.
Oh yeah.
You'll be able to watch. All these movies. You got Marvel movies you're going to be able to watch. So you're going to have Star Wars. You're going to have National Geographic that they're actually going to be spamming in there, which is going to bring a lot of shows, a lot of episodes too. And then obviously Pixar too. So there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Some of the big ones that are going to be coming out, you're going to be getting Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7, which a lot of people are excited about because that was a pretty huge show.
Yeah, it's actually really good for a cartoon Star Wars show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually been watching it recently because it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
The first two seasons were kind of slow and kind of remind me like Rebels, but then it picks up with the action towards the last two seasons. So I'm assuming this season 7 is gonna be just action packed.
People have been speculating too about it, and they're really excited for it. So this is them finally saying by the way, we're having the streaming service and we're gonna be having that on it now. So you'll be able to watch all the seasons plus the new seasons that come out on it.
Remember Forrest Whitaker in Rogue One?
Mm-hmm.
His character is actually in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
So and then Jon Favreau is going to be directing is it a live action?
Oh no, he's producing
The Mandalorian
TV
which
show,
is
live
going
action.
to be pretty big because they've been talking about that being a movie, and this kind of solidifies, hey, it's not a movie, it's a TV show, and they can go a little bit more in depth with these characters without, like you were saying earlier, without having a 2-hour minimum.
Yeah, to crunch it all that information into 2 hours, you could expand it.
Exactly. So obviously they're going to have another live action Star Wars series, which is going to be more of a spy thriller with Diego Luna, who was in Rogue One.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big one.
He was the the French-Spanish guy.
The rebel.
Yeah, the rebel. The main character, I guess.
Yep.
That dies.
And one of the other ones that was really crazy that I didn't see coming is they're doing a high-fidelity show. If you remember the 2000 movie with John Cusack, about them in a record store.
Yeah, he's a vinyl record store.
Yep, but Jack Black and
Yeah.
there's somebody else. I'm trying to think of who the other actor was. He's the bald guy that was in it.
Oh shoot, I can't think of.
Plays, kind of the timid guy everywhere. But that's going to be with Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, it's going to be a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting to see.
And a Monsters, Inc. TV show. And the big one is Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
That was something from the 90s that was, the 80s and 90s that was really big.
One of my favorite, franchises growing up as a kid, it was definitely Mighty Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
It was such a fun show or movie.
They actually have the shows too, I believe.
Well, I guess the cartoon.
Yeah.
But I think this would be like live action, like they did movies.
Something that's been released this week too is that Scarlet Witch is going to be getting a series, as well as Loki, which is going to stay with Elizabeth Olsen, and
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. I'm sure Paul Bettany will be in it. They say as Vision. Mm-hmm. They're also doing a show for Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing to pull out of this is that they're really going after shows that people like.
Yes.
Mighty Ducks is huge. That's something that a lot of people are going to be into.
New and old, kind of like what they did with Girl Meets World or Family Matters.
Yep.
They're tying in millennials and their kids, so their kids can watch it.
Exactly. Monsters Inc. will be a big one because kids love Monsters Inc. I'm sure they're going to make it a kids show.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously the Star Wars stuff is pretty big.
Huge.
So Disney definitely listening to their customer base, I think, and really putting these shows out there, and whether they go good or bad. Either way, Disney's such a big entity right now.
Yeah. With
them getting Fox eventually here, and Europe just accepted their offer. So Europe, Fox is like, we're good.
It also, it also makes you wonder, like, what is going to be on their TV station? What are they going to release under their TV station and not on this new Disney Plus? Mm-hmm. What are they going to keep separate?
Yeah.
Because they have Disney Plus, they have Disney TV, they have Toon Disney with shows, and of course I think ABC Family is one of theirs as well.
Yep. So, and they also have football too that they could even pack into one
Probably
of these.
do like a one day a week like Amazon does.
Amazon with Thursday night, because I believe they have Monday night.
Oh yeah, they could do a Monday.
Or no,
night
that's ESPN. Maybe it's like I mean, even if it's like a Sunday morning, that'd be still great if your team's on that and you can watch it. So,
yeah.
But Disney obviously putting all their eggs in one basket and saying, "Here, take this. Do you like it? Please like it," because the biggest thing that I think is that they're ranging the price from $8.99 to $14.99.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also wanted to mention that they're going to be pushing out 4 to 5 original movies a year, as well as 5 TV shows a year, is what they're planning on. And then the kicker, it's going to be cheaper than Netflix. They're saying it's going to be $8 to $14 per month, depending on the tier you get. Yeah,
and honestly, with the $14 tier, I think that's pretty damn good if you're going to get all the media that's available for if you're going to get 500 movies and you're going to get 7,000 episodes of TV for $14 a month.
The craziest thing about this is I'm surprised it's this low, because Disney prices their DVDs and Blu-rays to like $35-$40.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
but that also is like some of their gold editions and their silver. Because when I worked at Zia, we would get the different versions in.
Yeah.
And some of those versions are that money because they're gold.
They're collectors.
Yeah.
Editions,
But other than that, like, if you go for the cheap stuff, you can get a DVD. But the thing is like, I think that they're really pushing this towards the person that's any normal person that's a media exposed. They want to sell you on. They want to sell you on what they have, and they want to give you all of what they have. Because Netflix, what's the most frustrating thing is when you're sitting there for 15 minutes trying to figure something to watch that you haven't seen before.
Yeah. So speaking of that, which I like what they're going to be doing with this, they're going to be splitting up each Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, not like how Netflix does it, where it's like the boring black bars or boring black rows. They're gonna have like a theme park for each one.
Oh wow!
So it's kind of like a more interactive.
Cool.
It's supposed to be. It's gonna be easier to find things in than Netflix, because Netflix, there's just so much, and it seems like it's so crowded.
Well, and you have movies that, like, I guess people wouldn't consider hits.
Yeah.
That are just pushed to the bottom. Like, there's some stuff that I realize, like,
I find like years later, I'm like, why haven't I seen this?
Right, and so like they do such a bad job of filtering it out. Plus, I think ratings really
Oh yeah.
affect it too, because you watch stuff and you go, oh, this thing's like 86% on my rating, like I'll really like it.
Yeah.
And then you realize like 5 minutes in, like, this fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. Like I get a lot of like children's shows too, even on my rating.
yeah,
Like I realized that I liked like Disney movies. I usually like
Yeah.
on there, and then so maybe that's why it ties into that.
it pulls you into like you have a kid, which
Yeah.
I think that's like really one of the things that sucks about Netflix is that it pulls all this information, but it doesn't seem to do anything with it. It's just like,
No.
hey, you liked that action movie. Here's a bunch of action movies, and they're all like the top action movies. You're like,
Mhm.
I've seen everything in here. Like, where's some stuff that I would like that is just obscure? There's no algorithm that gives you that.
Yeah, I think they could do a lot better. But yeah, Disney Plus. I was really skeptical of this when I first heard about it. I'm like, it's whatever, it's Disney. But now I'm like, damn, they are really firing all their weapons at Netflix.
And like, honestly, like with that 500 movies, just it changes the game of somebody that's streaming, because Disney's such a wide variety of movies. Like,
Makes you wonder, are parents that own Netflix accounts for their kids gonna switch to Disney?
oh
I
yeah,
think they will.
oh yeah,
Easily.
Netflix will definitely see a drop. And I think that they know this, and that's the sucky part, is that they're not even paying attention to this. Is that they're like, oh, well, Disney's going to be coming out with this, but people are going to love Netflix. Because you
Yeah.
can get your rated R movies, you can get your blah, 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 blah. Well,
You get a variety, I guess.
and the thing that always sits with me is that Netflix has so much money. I'm wondering why they don't invest money in putting movies on their website. You know, like The Other Guys, movies that are cult movies that people can sit down and watch and laugh at.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of movies that are serious on it. So this is a wake-up call, and part of me thinks that Netflix is saving up money just so when Disney drops this, they can put up a shit ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion on it, because otherwise you're just making yourself look stupid right now if you don't have any good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Even Hulu I've been watching more of because it has TV shows
Right.
and it has relevant shows. I can watch South Park if I
Oh.
miss an episode.
Speaking of which, Disney is going to be own 60% of Hulu now.
Which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Because basically once this drops, I will be dropping Netflix because Netflix is terrible. And probably maybe keeping Hulu, and they probably have a tie-in package where you...
Oh, they probably will.
For the $14 one, if you get Hulu with that, hell yeah, I'm going to sign up for that,
Right.
because that's going to save me, because I'm paying like $10.99 right now for limited commercials, and that's... Like, in the Disney app, like, if I get both of those, that's $14. It's going to save me $20 right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah. Well, we also don't know. Are they going to have commercials on this Disney?
Yeah,
Sure.
and
We don't know.
probably not if you pay $14.99.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the biggest thing I'm taking away from this, is they probably will have ads. Yes, if you're paying $8.99, you're probably going to get ads.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're Hulu length, where they're like almost a minute and a half or 2 minutes long,
Yeah.
I don't know. But right now, I'm really interested to see how they maneuver around Hulu. I know that that's their service basically
Yeah.
at this
pretty
point.
much.
But
Now
how
that they
maneuver-
acquired Fox.
Yeah, they're gonna finesse on Netflix so hard. Like, this is gonna definitely be a war at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, Disney Plus coming out late 2019, so probably November is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This sounds like a right
Oh, yeah.
guess right there.
They're
November.
they're releasing stuff in November all the time. Like, they release all this information in November. They're gonna have the next Avengers trailer. That's usually when they drop their big trailer for the next year.
Mhm.
In November, like Winter Soldier a few years back was released in November. The trailer for that.
Yeah.
Avengers, Infinity War was released last year or the year before. Last year.
Mhm.
In November. So just a big time for Disney.
Speaking of big time, Mr. Tom Cruise. So back in September 24th, we kind of told you guys that Top Gun 2 is coming out. It's going to be called Maverick, supposedly. Now, we said that it was delayed because they were working on some fighter scenes. Turns out that the reason behind it is Tom Cruise wants to fly planes in the movie. But you can't be a civilian and fly Navy fighter jets.
Sorry, Tom Cruise. You're like all of us humans here in the world of Earth.
Yeah. But apparently he will be flying some type of aircrafts in this movie, like himself, because he does, I guess, have a he does have a pilot's license. But yeah, he's not gonna be flying any fighter jets.
Here's the deal with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, we've talked about him, I think, a couple times.
Yeah.
But he ran over, or like when he was doing the last
Fallout?
No, not
Mission
Fallout.
Impossible.
Mission Impossible. He broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Doing a stunt. You're putting that guy into a jet.
Yeah.
That's a fighter jet, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Tom Cruise is crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, my brother was telling me that the reason why he watched that movie was just to see that scene.
Really?
Yeah, because it was so everywhere in the news.
Yeah.
They were talking about it, so I think that's a reason for people to go see it, even, you know?
True, yeah. But it's just funny that he thinks that he can...
He can do every stunt.
Yeah,
you know?
like, oh, hey, don't even worry. I can fight a fighter plane, so why don't you let me just use an actual fighter plane and do my stunts?
Yeah.
Like, I can fire rockets. Don't worry about me. Like, I'm not even going to fuck that up.
For real. But yeah, it's been pushed back to full year because of this. It was going to come out in 2019. Now it will be 2020.
It's funny because you can see his agent sitting in the office like, yeah, Tom would like to fly one of the fighter jets. Let me get back to you in a couple weeks. Like, I'm sorry. It's like a conference call. I'm sorry. We can't have him do that because that would be like a gross
illegal?
misconduct of fighter jets and actually using them.
Yeah.
Well, Tom wants to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Tom can't. Like, that's the only thing I can think of that it took him that long to push it back. Like, that's gonna screw up production.
Oh, I know.
Next up, we've got Deadpool 2 is getting a PG-13 cut. And it is going to be Once Upon a Time a Deadpool, or Once Upon a Deadpool, which is going to be released around Christmas, and it's going to revolve Deadpool reading the story of his movie to Red Savage.
Yeah. The guy from Wonder Years. It's going to be like, what's that movie? It's just like a parody.
Once Upon a Time.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, yeah.
It's a parody on that. I guess.
And which is funny, and it's perfect for Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 minutes less, obviously, because they're going to have a bunch of stuff cut out.
Which is surprising, though, like only 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the stuff they probably toned down to begin with, because remember, they were worried about the PG-13 rating for it.
Oh.
They didn't want to screw over Marvel and be like, them have Fox.
Going full throttle on it.
Yeah, but it makes sense, too, that it's going to be 3 minutes. Because, I mean, like, they can still keep a lot of the scenes. They just got to cut out blood.
Yeah.
And cussing. And so I think there's going to be a lot more jokes in it.
Uh-huh. Because
when you're messing with words and you can't say fuck anymore, you got to say, like, chimichangas and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot more dialogue that's going to be changed in it.
Yeah, and supposedly this is all done in a day. They completed it.
It doesn't surprise me. You get somebody to take Adderall and sit in front of a computer for 7 hours and like, okay, cut this and have a reword of what he said. But it's still funny that it was one day and they're like, yeah, we did this in one day. It's gonna go out in theaters and you'll pay for it to watch again.
Yeah. And apparently it will have 8 additional scenes with Deadpool and Red Savage. And then $1 of the proceeds from this movie will go to Ryan Reynolds' charity cause called Fuck Cancer, but he recently renamed it to Fudge Cancer in honor of this film's PG-13 rating.
Yep. So all around fun guy, does a re-edit, and gives money to cancer.
Now, this is a quote from, I think, Ryan Reynolds here. Yes, it is. He told this to Deadline. Fox has been asking for a PG-13 basically since the start of 2006. I've said no since 2006. Now, this one time, I said yes on 2 conditions. First, a portion of the proceeds has to go to my charity. Second, I want to kidnap Fred Savage. The second condition, to Took some explaining.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is awesome.
Yeah, he has a great sense of humor. Moving on from there, we have an interesting story. Our last story is Kevin Garnett and Adam Sandler are going to be joining in on A24's crime movie called Uncut Gems.
Yeah, you know, with the sound of it, it just sounds like a heist movie. There's not a lot of information given other than they wanted to have a basketball player because it involves a basketball player.
Yeah, he's the new client for Adam Sandler, who plays a jeweler.
Mm-hmm.
And don't really know too much. We know it takes place in the Diamond District of New York.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Sandler's character, like I said, is a jewel store owner with a gambling addiction. He's also juggling 2 relationships and escalating debt. Now Garnett will play a famous basketball player who is a new client of Sandler's. It's a significant role for Garnett, whose most experience has been limited to the 1994 college basketball movie Blue Chips. He was also in a Wilt Chamberlain TV movie show called Rebound. Other than that, this is going to be a Netflix movie since it has been under Adam Sandler, and he has a strict contract with Netflix. I'm not sure how many movies he has signed with them.
I think he's signed on for like 7 years.
7 years, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
because it was a good payout for him.
Yeah, and he just recently released his comedy special. I saw. I haven't watched it yet.
I honestly have heard really good things about it.
Wow.
Most of the people that I've talked to have been pretty excited about it and said that he's pretty funny. And I've watched the preview, and the preview is actually pretty funny for us. So
I'll have to check it out then.
But with them doing that, it makes sense that he was like, finally like, okay, people are saying I'm unfunny. I need to get some better writers.
Yeah.
And he did. And
look at, he has A24 behind his book.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorites right now.
Exactly. So, it might be a little bit more, it seems like more of an action movie. I could already see the trailer in my head.
I think it's going to be more serious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but we'll definitely have comedy in it, but it's going to be more serious drama, action.
Yeah, I agree.
But that is going to do it for this week's movie news. Let's move into our movie trailers.
Movie trailers.
We got movie trailers.
Alright, first up for our trailers, we've got Mortal Engines, which is a Peter Jackson movie about when the Earth is destroyed, and I don't think they give a time, but at one point the Earth is destroyed, and like basically civilizations have moved to land,
No, water.
sea and air. And yeah, that's kind of the premises we got so far, and there is people that have there is on land, but they're basically big colonies,
have you seen the Ninja Batman?
Yeah.
This looks like the Ninja Batman.
Yeah, in live
where
action.
they move these huge buildings are like robots.
Yeah. So looks like medieval Jaegers, right?
Yeah.
With their houses and cities.
Yeah, exactly.
So not really sure how this is gonna go down. I swear to you that I've seen this trailer earlier than this trailer is released this week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I saw something that was either longer or it was released a while back, because this has been done since July last year.
Of last year, yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they released a small trailer early, and I just but I do remember watching it and being like, wow, did that city just eat that car?
Yeah.
And it's oh, that's just a parking garage. Oh, okay. Wow. So it is Peter Jackson, so. But the trailer looks like it was a lot of Japanese CGI.
Chinese
CGI, and
the way they filmed it kind of even looks like a Chinese film.
Yeah.
There's certain cinematography for Chinese films.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looked like that. But this has Hugo Weaving in it, Stephen Lang. I forgot who the girl is. I don't know if I've heard of her before. But her name is Hera Hilmar.
I want to say she was the one that was in. Nope, I don't. Yeah,
she hasn't been in really anything notable. but she looks like the main character.
Yep, she looks like that. She's gonna be the main character. Like she's
on the poster.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming. But it's being directed by Christian Rivers. Christian Rivers worked on King Kong's art department, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. So he's pretty much been like buddy with Peter Jackson, and now he's finally doing his own film, which is cool.
We'll just see how it is with his own take.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this movie comes out on December 14th.
Another December movie. Okay, and up next in our trailers, we have Mowgli, The Legend of the Jungle, which is a Netflix movie. Well, pretty much everybody, I'm sure that's listening to this right now, knows the Jungle Book story. This is, I guess, a different take on it. There's a little bit of differences in this one than the Disney movie that they recently released. I think it was last year. Yeah.
The Jungle Book movie. But this looks like they had a few new characters. But Christian Bale's in it. He's going to be playing Bagheera. We got Benedict Cumberbatch, that's playing Shere Khan. And Kate Blanchett, who's playing Kaa. We have Tom Hollander, who's playing Tavaki. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Tavaki. Andy Serkis as Baloo, and a few others. So there's quite a bit of people, famous actors, in this Netflix original movie.
And this is going to be on motion capture, other than the kid who plays Mowgli.
Oh.
And yeah, because they're all animated. So we're not really going to be able to see how they act.
True.
Per se, it's just going to be mostly voice acting.
Yes. It was kind of weird to see their lips moving in the trailer of this. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like I know they did it for like the live action Jungle Book movie recently, but it just seems like with the anime, like this looks like more of like it's hard. They're like the same exact movie.
Yeah, it does look like the same exact movie.
But obviously some small differences. So I'm sure
like that white wolf. That's kind of different.
Yeah, so it's just it's another version of it. I mean, there's so many at this point. It's kind of getting
diluted, I guess.
Yeah, hammered in there, and it's like, come on, dude, we get it. Like,
yeah,
it's a great story.
I wonder what made them decide to release this one a year after the other one.
I think that they just have like conflicting. I'm sure the two different studios were like, well, they're gonna be different, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is being directed actually by Andy Serkis. And it comes out on Netflix on December 7th. Another December movie.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much going to do it for this week on the trailers.
Yeah, not a lot of trailers released this week.
No, there's a lot of, what do you call it? Second releases, or second additions to the trailers. We could find them online. But didn't really have a movie this week. I kind of saw one because I had a gift card. I went to AMC and saw A Beautiful Boy, which is starring Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet. It is about a son who has a drug addiction. Steve Carell plays the father that's trying to help him out. He feels really bad for him. He doing his best to help out his son, when eventually he realizes it's nothing. No, there's nothing he can do. It really dives into the whole addiction with what's going on with America right now, with people that are addicted to opioids and heroin. Because eventually this kid, he just progresses his drug addiction to more heroin, things. Yeah. Eventually goes to heroin.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a sad, depressing movie at some points. It was kind of funny in the theater. I saw a kid that looked like he was like 13 that came in with his mom.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, his mom's probably like
preemptive strike.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think this would be a good movie to show in school, like for kids. I think.
There's a couple of them that really need to be like, they need to take a day where it's like Drug Awareness Day.
Yeah.
And really hone that in, because I mean, even when I was in school, I don't ever remember like. I mean, that was right where pills were really just becoming like
a thing,
a mainstream kind of thing. Because I remember my senior or junior year, somebody died from an overdose, and it was like,
Damn.
whoa, what? But really, like, you know, how many schools have had that problem anymore? You know, that's this huge thing
It's
now.
huge now.
So I think, yeah, these movies are really good to have. We roll our eyes at them. You know,
True.
we see, like, the trailers, but, you know, once you sit through it, you kind of go, oh, wow, like, that's
It's
actually pretty good
Yeah.
information that not a lot of people give out. And teens don't... Like, I remember thinking back when I was a kid, like, you know, marijuana isn't like addictive,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely like you build a crutch early in your life, and you can see yourself either branching out and doing worse things like this kid did,
Yeah.
or, you know, being an outstanding citizen, and not a lot of kids know that that's how it goes. They're just like, oh, if I do it, you know, 5 or 6 times, it's not going to affect me.
Yeah, because eventually you want to find that next high. That you want the same high that you had the first time you got high.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But this was actually a Amazon Studios movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, they kind of had like some scenes with text about the whole epidemic of addiction
Mhm.
that's going on right now, which I thought was pretty nice to see. Or not nice, but like cool that they put that in there
Mhm.
as opposed to like just ending it right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie was directed by Felix Van Gorgen. I'm not sure what other movies he's done. I thought it was okay. Like story-wise, it was okay. Definitely not worth going to see in the theaters. The only
Yeah.
reason I went to go see it is because I had a gift card.
Yeah. Plus, you know, it's an Amazon movie, so you know it'll be on Amazon once it's done.
Yeah, that's
It'll go right to Amazon, so you know that if you know, and I think that's a good place to have it, because a lot of people are having Amazon Prime now.
Yeah.
And they get that with just like if they're wanting to have their shipments cheaper, you get Amazon Prime, you get all these movies,
all these perks with it.
Yeah. So, and parents can be like, yeah, like let's watch this, you know, and especially around. This will come out about Christmas time, I guarantee it. It'll come out on.
It definitely is a family movie.
Yeah.
Because it definitely has family elements in it, because he has his stepmom, he has Steve Carell, and he has his 2 younger siblings,
Yep.
which is big impact in his life. But turns out that, you know, he's like the black sheep of the family. He has no really close friends, so that really adds to it.
Mhm.
And then he moves off to college, finds out, you know, more about drugs than he probably should have.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And that's the problem with college too. Is it's
there's
such
no
a.
supervision.
Oh yeah, you know, you'd think it was crazy when you were, you know, 17, 18, you know, in high school. It's like you go to college and it's like what's
Huge new
open?
world. Yeah. But yeah, that's Beautiful Boy. It's rated R. But
Why was it rated R?
good question. Let's actually take a look here. Let's dive into
I think obviously because they talk about
the
drugs.
drugs.
Yeah.
Drug content throughout, language, brief sexual material. I mean, there's just a little bit of sexual,
But you'd imagine
but there wasn't any nudity.
You'd imagine they'd make this rated PG-13 if they really want to get on that bandwagon of being against.
True.
You know, if they're gonna put
They should have.
that information in
But-
there, you know, and I guess they're wanting to aim at parents too. So
Yeah, I'm guessing it's because they said fuck too many times, maybe.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. Because drug content, like we were talking about Bohemian Rhapsody, it never showed him actually doing the drugs.
No, it
but
just
in this
showed-
it does.
Okay.
You see him actually like injecting himself with heroin
Okay,
or
so that makes-
smoking.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
that's probably why. But yeah, other than that, that's gonna do it for this week. Did you have a question of the week?
I did not think of a question.
It's okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my head, so we'll just end it at that. Don't forget to check out Chocolate Swordfish.
We just did a video last night on Red Dead.
Red Dead?
Yep, we talked about Red Dead the whole time.
Oh,
We convinced
fun.
Gerard to why Gerard should buy it. So,
Oh, did he get it?
no, he's gonna probably get it though eventually.
Well, I'll have to get it maybe this week. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it's a great game. if you want to question where are your all your bounties at in Red Dead Redemption 2? Because mine are everywhere.
Oh my god.
Got a 300 bounty in every location, so basically get bounty hunters after me every time I'm even moving.
Yeah, no, actually, I recently got the Stick of Truth. South
I saw
Park.
that, yeah.
That game's actually pretty fun. I never
an
played
awesome
it before.
game,
It's 4 years old. It was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, damn, this game is actually pretty good for a
fun
South Park game.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably like one of the best South Park games made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're off topic here. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. I am TJ Washuk.
And I'm Wi-Fi.
Good night.
This has been a Two Guys production.